Hi, 𝐤𝐨𝐤𝐤 here with T2S Transformed to Succeed. Today I'm recording the second video in the series of how you can manage groups and then users on Linux operating systems. So what we'll be covering today, it's gonna be number one, we will explore how to set and verify aging, this time with the password command, passwd command. In a previous video, I talked about the change command, which you can use to manipulate and manage password attributes. So we'll be using the password command in this video. And then the second section of the video will talk about how we can lock and unlock a user account using two commands. The user mode command and the password command. And number five, and the next section will discuss how to create a group and how we can add members to the group that we have created. And lastly, we'll talk about how can we change ownership and membership of files and then groups. But before we talk about that, let me explain some of the attributes that we use that come with the password account or information. So you talk about min days. When we talk about min days, we looking at the minimum number of days, that must elapse until the password can be changed. That's the min days. And the max days, that's to denote the minimum number of days of the password validity before the user password expires and must be changed. And worn days, that it designates the number of days that of the password, the number of days for which the user gets alerts to change the password before it expires. So that's like a warning that they're gonna receive. So I'm gonna take rid of those slides that you see on the screen. Those appeared by mistake. Now let's begin with the first section of this video. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set and verify aging with the password command. I'll take you to the command line here, and again I'm using Ubuntu. So we go there, and the first thing that you're gonna have to do is to verify who you are. And I am root here, and because I am root, then I can easily modify passwords or users, manage users groups, and do pretty much everything on my system because I am root. And what we want to do is to set password aging attributes for user 20 that we have already created in the previous video, to min days of 14 and max days of 120, and then worn days will be 21. So how do we do that? How we do it, we use the password command. Then we're gonna say n to assign the min days. Then we're gonna say x to assign the max days. Remember the change command uses different options. And password command also uses different options. So like here, it's a -n to say min days, and a X to say max days. So it's gonna be 120. And then the warn days, it's gonna be -W, and it's gonna be 21. And then we apply all of this to our user, which is user 20. Press enter. You see here, user 20 doesn't exist. What does that mean? Well, what it means is we have to add user 20 first. So we're gonna add user 20, and we get this message because the group user 20 belonged to the group user 20. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do group del, deleting that group, and then I'm gonna add user 20 again and see what happens. And that's it means that, you know, the system is not complaining. Then it means that it's okay. So we are okay, and we can verify by using the grep command from the password file, /password, and user 20 exists, and user 20 belongs to the group user 20. So we're gonna clear the screen, and then we can do our command here. And I recall my commands by using the upper arrow on my keyboard. So I go here. So this is what we want to do. And add password expiry information changed. And to verify using the password command, you're gonna use the password command -S, and then the user account, user login name. Press enter, and then it's gonna give us this outcome, which is this is the user account, and then we have the details that we set here. You know, this is the max days, warn days, min days, and this is when we did this, we made these changes. So moving on, what we want to do is now to set the number of inactivity days to 7. And how do we do that? We using the password command. It's gonna be password and then -I 7, and then we apply that to user 20 and press enter. So the password expiry information has been changed, and we can verify using this command, and you see it's been changed to 7. So here it's been to 7, meaning that if there is no activity on the system after 7 days, the account, the password will so then we, you know, the password when there is no activity on the system, then you're giving like 7 days, and in most cases the account will be locked. So you do that, and then I'm gonna clear the screen. And what I want to do now is to I want to ensure that the user must change their password at the next login. And using the password command, how we do it is just password and then -e, then user 20. So we have forced this user, when they log in next time, they will have to change the password. And let's verify. So we verify using this command, password -s user, the login name, And then that's what we have here, meaning that the user, when they log in the next time, they're gonna have to change that password. So that's pretty much about how we can set and verify password aging with the password command. So if we go back here to our plan here, our different tasks, so we have now resolved the task on how to set and verify aging with the password command. So I'm gonna go to the next one. The next one is to how do we lock and unlock a user account using these two commands, user mod or password commands. So we're gonna go back to our terminal here quick. So we are here, and what we plan to do here is to get the current password information for user 20 from the shadow file. And how do we do that? So we do grab user 20 from the /etc shadow. So we do that, and this is what we get. You know, there's this it shows that it's encrypted. And then the next thing that we want to do is to lock. How do we lock the account for user 20? So using the user mod command, this is how you do it. The option is uppercase L, and then you apply that to the specific user account. And then when you do this, you can do that user mod, or you can use the password command, lowercase l, and that also should work. So you've done that. And how do we verify? Unlock the account by using the user mod command, uppercase U, and then you apply the account here, and then you know it's saying that unlocking and all of that information should set a password with user mode to unlock this user's password. So that's kind of like the next thing that you have to do. And then you can also do it using the password command. It's a passwd. Always remember that. And user 20. And then it gives you also the same warning, which is this is what you have to do. And then if you want to verify, you just use the grab command, and it tells you, it gives you information about user 20 on this from this file here. So that pretty much concludes our section about how to lock and unlock user accounts using user mod or password commands. So I'm gonna take you to the next thing here. So we're gonna go to the next section, and the next section, it's gonna be how do we create a group and how do we add members to the group. So we're gonna jump right into that, and we go back to our command line. So there we are. I'm gonna clear my screen. We use the group add command to create a group. And let's say we want to create admin add ADM Linux group and assign the group ID of 7000. So this is how you do it. Group add -G. You use that option to assign a group ID to this specific group. So you do that, and then to verify, you grab the name of the group from this file group. Then there it is, the UID, the group ID, and then the group name here. So let's say we want to create a group called DevOps with the same group ID as ADM Linux. So how we do it is to use the same command, group add command, and then we're going to use the option O, because this is to allow the new group or another group or a given group to use a group ID of another existing group. So we do that, and we're going to assign 7,000, and we'll call the group DevOps. Press enter, and that's done. And let's say we want to add user 10 to DevOps group. And how we do it, but before we do that, let's verify. So we want to verify if this group has been created successfully. And you use this command to do it. Grab DevOps from /etc group file. So it's been created. And now we want to add an existing user to the DevOps group. And to do it, you use the user mod command. And you use this option here, AG, and then DevOps. That's the name of the group, and then the name of the user that we want to add here. Then press enter. And you can verify if you do ID user 10, it's gonna say the user 10, the user ID, it's this one here. Then the group ID, it's this one here. And then the user 10 belongs to this group first, and to the other group, the 7,000 ADM. And then this is because, remember, DevOps and ADM Linux, they have the same ID here. You can say, let's say we want to verify the number of groups that this user 10 belongs to. We use the groups command. We're going to use the use group command, the groups command here, and you see it belongs to ADM Linux. And that's because we have different. You have the same here, and then I think the system picks with the one with the alphabetic order, and then A comes before D, and that could be the reason why you have this, because they have the same ID, group ID. And you can also do this if you grab DevOps from /etc group. So you see here you have DevOps, that's the name of the group, and then you see user 10 belongs there. If you do ADM Linux, user 10 does not belong here, because we say that user 10 would be a member of DevOps, not this one here. And that concludes our section on how to create a group and add members to the group. Remember, here you can also delete. You can delete groups here, like a group del, and I showed you that how you can get rid of existing groups. And group del, let's say one delete Linux here, it's gonna delete it. And if you grab ADM Linux from /etc group, you get nothing, because it's gone. It is gone. But if you do DevOps, it's still there, because we didn't delete that. So we're gonna go to our last section of the video here, and which is going to be how do we change ownership and membership. And I'm gonna take you again back to the command line. So let's take a look at that. So what we do here, I want you to go to the CD temp because we want to create file 1 and dir1 in the temp directory. And temp directory, this means temporary, meaning that when you reboot your system, the files or whatever you have stored in this specific directory will be erased and removed. So we do that, we cd into that, and then you can do pwd to know where you are, and this is where we want to be right now. I'm gonna clear the screen, and the first thing that we do is to create this file 1, and then the second thing I want you to do is to create this directory dir1, and let's verify. So we use the long list ls-l file 1, and this is what we get, and you can tell that this file 1 belongs to the root, okay? Belongs to the root, the group root and user root. And we do the same with the directory here. It belongs also, dir1 also belongs to root, user and root group. I'm gonna clear my screen. So now I want to change the group from let me go back here. So we have this, but I want to say, okay, so I want this file to belong not to the root group but to the DevOps group, okay? And to do that, so you're gonna have to do sudo, or if you are root, like I am, you can see it here. So then I'll just go ahead and then choose group. This is the command that you use to say, hey, we want to assign file 1 to the DevOps group here. Okay, so I'll press enter, and now if you verify using this command ls-l file 1, and this is you get still that the owner is still root, but the group now, this file belongs to the group DevOps, the DevOps group. So that's done with that. And the next thing that we want to do is to change the ownership. We want to change the ownership to user 20. So like we set ownership to user 20 and owning group to user 10. So we're gonna do two things at the same time, and to do that you use the chown command. The chown command saying that, hey, user 20, you're gonna be the owner, and user 10, this is the group that file will belong to, file 1. So you do that, and when you now verify again using that command ls-l file 1, so you see we have changed. Now the owner is user 20, and the group is no longer DevOps, the group is user 10. And lastly, what we want to do the same thing with the directory that we created. And to do that, you're gonna use the same command, chown, and then dash uppercase R. Then user 20 will be the owner of the directory, and DevOps will be the group that this directory will belong to. The directory will belong to the this directory dir1 will belong to this group, and the owner will be user 20. So when you press enter, and then if you want to verify, here, use this command ls-ld, this is for directory, and then it's gonna long list your property, your directory here, giving more, displaying all of the properties of this directory. So the directory 1 belongs now to this owner. User 20 is the owner of this directory, and DevOps is the group to which this directory belongs to. So that's pretty much the end of this demo. And just to recap, this is what we have done. We have looked at how we can set and verify aging with the password command. And then next, we talked about how we can lock and unlock a user account using the user mode command and the password command. And then the third thing that we talked about is how to create a group and how do we add members to the groups that we create. So and lastly, we discussed how we can change ownership and membership of files and groups, files and directories. Sorry about that. And this is the end of our demo here. And remember, at T2S, our goal is to really change lives. And that's why I do everything that I do. Pouring whatever I know into the lives of the people who want to change their lives so that they can get good and highly paying IT jobs to take care of themselves, their families, and even to be more generous with what they have or what they receive, and make sure that they can make a greater impact wherever they live, primarily here in the US or Canada and other countries around the world. So thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.